Did your kind of career flash before your eyes after the end of the game when you're seeing former players and your former administrators tout you and your success?
Yeah, I mean, every game is just one game. I understand that, but anytime you have a milestone win, it just kind of gives you that time to reflect and look back and see all those people. And I told the women in the locker room afterwards, I've been able to coach a lot of great women in the last 30 some years. But this group's really special, and I'm really glad that I got to share this with this group.
That the win came in the way it did, where you had to fight for most of the game, is it kind of appropriate to get a win like that as a milestone?
Why not? Yeah, I think absolutely. Quinnipiac's a great team, and if you don't know anything about women's basketball, you might not know that. But they certainly were on the map last year when they went to their last game was against the national champion, to put it into perspective.
Yeah, I mean, a team that won 29 games, went to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
How did you get them for an opener in a classic at home? Usually you try to get the...
Yeah, we're not very good at scheduling sometimes. I mean, really, it was probably really not a very smart moment in time when I decided to schedule this opening tournament with such good people. Mm-hmm. But we've never shied away from playing against good people, and we think that is what makes you better. It exposes your weaknesses early. The one thing, you got to keep your confidence through all that. And last year we had the best non-conference schedule in the entire Big Ten Conference, and so it's something that we do. This tournament is obviously a tremendous tournament with Missouri ranked 16th, and then also Western Kentucky, who is a fabulous team, as you said tonight.
Have you spent any time considering where you sit in the landscape of coaches? You're one of 10 people with 700 wins. Have you spent any time thinking about that?
No, the one thing I have thought about this year is that it's kind of ironic that, had we played against Missouri, I would have played against 10% of our opponents this year would have been against my former players. And so that's kind of an odd thing, Sure. And Michelle and I have a history as well because we've coached the Pan Am team together, and she was my assistant for the Pan Am team, and we spent a lot of time together in those 3 weeks. And so she's a dear friend, and I'm just glad that we're playing against each other in the championship game.
You touched on that final stretch there. I think it was a 28-8 run to close. What specifically kind of defensively did you guys amp up, to put them away?